So, like, should I cut this light off? Let me see if I cut this light off. Will it look any better? It might, because I know it's not doing me any help. Yeah, that's okay. Let's come up just a little bit. All right. Hey, beautiful. So, I'm going to be doing a check in reading just to check in with the energy, see what we need to hear. And I'm also going to be recording this for the podcast. So, if you want to listen to it, whenever you want to listen to it, it'll be on the podcast. But I just thought I'd go live just to also put it on YouTube. Okay, so I'm going to start the recording for the podcast now. Hey, beautiful. Oh, wait. Let me start that over. No, delete that. Okay. Hey, beautiful. It is a brand new day, and I really just wanted to come in and do a check-in reading. I'm I'm feeling called to do more readings on the podcast like I used to do, so I'm definitely going to do that starting now. Um, yeah. So it's the Divine Feminine Oracle by Megan Watterson, and I'm excited. So let's just see where we are right now. I've already prayed and like asked for the messages to deliver as they should, as they need to, and we're gonna we're gonna see what messages come up. First, I have my little sound bowl, and I'm just going to um, see how this is. Start off the readings with this, just to clear the energy, clear the air, and set the mood. So just breathe with me, and we'll do this 3 times. And that's good. Cool. Do what we need to hear it because we need to hear it. Thank you. Okay. So let's get started. It's currently October the 15th, but as always, this is a timeless reading. So whenever you're hearing this, whenever you're seeing this, this is when you're meant to receive this message. Even if it's you've listened to this 3 times. Like I do a thing sometimes where I just randomly scroll through the podcast and I stop and I just click on a random voicemail. It's kind of like a channeled voicemail, if you will. Let's start off with this deck, and let's see what what I want to say, like aura. Just what's the aura for right now? I let go of all expectations. I flow freely and lovingly with life. I love myself. I know that only good awaits me at every turn. I feel like that's true for like what's going on right now. Letting go of all expectations and allowing things to flow, especially when we're manifesting something and we're trying to manifest it a certain way or trying to make it happen a certain way. Like we just know what we want and then we detach from the how it comes to us. Yeah, flowing freely and lovingly with life. Only good awaits me at every turn. And that's just been such a good thing to like finally realize that everything comes to us no matter what, no matter how. And it often, more than often, it comes to us exactly how it should. It always comes exactly how it should, but it often comes in an even more miraculous way than it could. So allow life to unfold. I feel like that's really the energy right now, the aura right now that life is giving, that we're aligned with and in tune with. And I've been learning about um, yellow calcite. I have this stone, this crystal, and I've been meditating with it and keeping it with me every day and sleeping with it. And one of the things that it's good for is aligning us with the energy that's around us, making us in tune, keeping us balanced with everything that's going on. So I feel like that has even drawn me more into the energy of just flow, allowing things to flow, not being so anxious to reach the end result, and being in love, falling in love with the process, with the journey, because that's what it's all about. Falling in love with the journey. And I believe there was the last time I went live when I was talking about that. Just falling in love with the journey and not getting so caught up in the to the end, not trying to race to the end. Ooh, okay. This one came up. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm at peace with my sexuality. This card just came up, but I often like try to skip past this card if it comes up because I'm like, what? But being with that flow that we're talking about. It says on the back, it says, I rejoice in my sexuality and in my own body. My body is perfect for me in this lifetime. I embrace myself with love and compassion. So, I write poetry. If you don't know, I write poetry. And I've been writing spicy poetry, but I never felt comfortable enough to share it. And it's funny because I shared it with the friend yesterday, actually. And being comfortable, like, yes, we are spiritual beings. Yes, we're also beings living in this physical 3D world. Yes, we're sexual beings. That's the main way to reproduce. It's a way of pleasure. And I really wanted to embrace my sexuality and share a lot of like my journey with my sexuality like I do with everything else. But I've been trying to find a way to do it. So allow yourself, that's stuff for another day, but allow yourself to embrace your sexuality, to be the sexual being, to dance, to like really be beautiful and sexy and honor yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be afraid to be sexy. Don't be afraid to be sensual. Allow yourself to enjoy that part of you. Allow yourself to express that part of you. My friend even asked me, like, do you hold back, like when you're writing music or poems, do you hold back the things that you want to say? And I wouldn't say I hold back writing it, but I definitely hold back sharing it. So yeah, if you want to find that community where you can express yourself sensually and sexually and feel liberated, I'm definitely working on something that I'll talk about soon once I have it all figured out, or not all figured out, but for the most part figured out, where we can talk about things like that, and where I can share my spicy poetry and um, just feel sexually liberated. So that's coming, and that's just funny how that came up. Okay. Oops. All right. Now the next card. Let's do one more. Anything else that we need to know from this deck? Anything else that needs to bring brought to our attention, anything that needs awareness, or any energy that we really need to really fully lean into. Ooh! I am open and receptive to new streams, new avenues of income. Okay. I now receive my good from expected and unexpected sources. I am an unlimited being, accepting from an unlimited source in an unlimited way. I am blessed beyond my fondest dreams. Okay. So we've been doing what we love, right? We've been figuring out what our purpose is. We've been living with passion. We've been doing everything that we feel called to. We've been listening to our intuition. Why does this keep falling down? We've just been allowing ourselves to be everything that we're meant to be. And I even posted a picture yesterday on my Instagram, on my story, and it was saying like, what did it say? It said create dope and the money will follow. Once you do what you love, the money will come. Once you continue to put yourself out there and you continue to follow your passion, the money will flow. It will always flow to you. It will always be brought to you because money is energy. And once you start living in that energy and creating and exuding that energy, money will automatically come to you because you're doing what you love. That's what we're sitting here to do. So you're meant to be wealthy, you're meant to be rich, you're meant to enjoy this life. Even though we are spiritual beings, we can still enjoy the material things. Like as long as we don't get caught up in it and let it rule us, or we don't we don't let it dictate ourselves, or like, we're meant to enjoy the materialistic things that are here. As long as we don't become a materialistic person. And the last one is life is simple and easy. All that I need to know at any given moment is revealed to me. I trust myself and I trust life. All is well. This is just giving me intuition. This is just giving me everything that's happening. It's meant to happen. Everything that you're supposed to be doing, you're doing. We don't have to try too hard. We don't have to do too much. We don't have to reach and stress and be worried. We can just be ourselves and allow life to flow for us. We can. So allow everything to be exactly as it's supposed to be. All right. Now let's get into another deck. I think this is the Halloween Tarot deck. It's October, so we're in that spooky like season. So let's just see what messages come up from this deck. Let me ask a question. Ooh, maybe no question. Okay. So I feel like, okay, first of all, the Ace of Imps came up and the Tower card came up. And with this Ace of Imps that came up, I feel like you've been trying to reach a certain thing or to obtain a certain thing, and it's just been like a fly, right? Like, it's funny because I was sitting in here the other day, like a couple of days this week, and it's just been so many flies, and it just seems like I try not to, animals, but flies, they're just like they're just they're different. So they were just antagonizing me, and it was like every time I tried to get it, it would just run away and then it'd come back. And it's like, at one point I'm just like, whatever, just don't get on me, just whatever, I'm gonna relax. And I feel like that's what it was, the energy. It's been like a chasing type of energy, and once you learn to relax, the things will flow, the things will come to you, and you will be able to catch it easily. And it's kind of like you catch it by surprise, kind of, because it's like it's just chilling. It wasn't expecting to be caught, but it was meant to be caught, but it wasn't expected, or it wanted to be caught. And you've been trying to catch it by surprise, but it didn't need to be caught by surprise, which is why it's always running away or getting away from you, or just like slipping from the tips of your fingers. And it took that tower moment. It took a lot of things to be like broken and shooken up. And it's like, okay, it's giving me haunted house. Like, you know, when you're going through a haunted house, there's like all these unexpected pop-ups and all these scary things, and it's like thrilling, but it's also scary at the same time. Like, it's like you're like a little nervous, but you go to a haunted house to be scared, you know? So it's like you facing your fears and you facing your fears, and it's scary, but you know at the end you're going to be satisfied. Like you're getting thrills from the chills. You know what I'm saying? When you're scared, it's like a slight a slight satisfaction or gratification that you get from that scary moment. Like it's like, oh, at first, and then you face that fear, and it's like, oh, that felt good. Like that's what I'm here for. I'm here for that satisfaction. I'm here for that gratification. I'm here to make friends with my fears and make the best out of them. I'm here to love. I'm here to learn. And look, like as you see the snakes at the bottom of the card, like those are like representing your fears. But these two ghosts are friends. They're they're joining hands. They're hugging. Like it was scary at first, but it was scary for a reason. Okay. What else do we need to? I'm feeling a new deck, and I want to do the hip hop queens oracle deck. Let's see. Let's see just what comes up. I want to ask a question, but I'm also feeling like just see what comes up. Personality. Personality. Being yourself is so rewarding. When you shine, when you do what you're supposed to do, when you are not in that shy energy, it's so rewarding. And Cardi B is on this card. And you know, like a lot of people fell in love with Cardi B for showing her personality, for showing how authentic she is, for showing her real life, for showing her hair when it was messed up, for being honest about her teeth and her story and her journey, and just just being a regular schmegular girl from the Bronx, like showing up as yourself is so fulfilling. So continue to show up for yourself. Continue to reap the rewards and bask in the glory of being who you are. Because there's nobody that can be you. And I'll be uploading a YouTube video on Wednesday, the 18th, on finding the courage, how to find the courage to walk in your purpose, how to be who you are, how to show up, how to have that confidence. So that's perfect timing. Be who you are. Show off. You know what I'm saying? Like not show off like egotistical, but show off as like you're supposed to be showing off. You know? Be full of life. Don't dim your light. Knowledge came up. I feel like this card has been coming up a lot. Use all your knowledge. And she has like a tree on her shirt. Or like even apple picking, because I was talking about apple picking the other day with someone. But using all of your knowledge to get to where you need to go. Like really apply. Don't forget what you know. Don't forget to use what you know. Don't forget to be who you know to be. Be exactly who you are. And Bahamadia. I'm guessing that's her name. I'm probably butchering it, but be who you are and allow yourself to grow. Fall in love with the process of growing, because you know even a tree, even a huge tree starts from a tiny seed. One little stem, some leaves, and it grows into this beautiful tree. So you have to give yourself time to grow. You have to give yourself time to be rooted, to spread out in each direction, to let the wind blow a little bit, to get the sunshine, to be saying, have a little healthy competition with the other trees that's surrounding you. Learn and observe, because that's all a tree can really do. Is really observe what's around it. Like if you're a tree, just imagine you can't go nowhere, but you're rooted, and because you can't go anywhere, you can't move. You're rooted. You're grounded. The strongest wind can blow, and you're good because you've allowed yourself time to sit, be still, grow, and be sure of yourself. Be rooted in everything that you know. Oh, this card just hopped out, child. Let's see what that's talking about. Oh, self-esteem. It's LaChat or LA Chat. LaChat. Self-esteem. This is just so so special, because like we were just saying, with that knowledge and being rooted and grounded in yourself, once you sit with yourself and you're able to learn who you are, you have that self-esteem. You can present yourself to be exactly who you need to be. You can show up and be confident. You can walk into a room and people feel the energy. You know what I'm saying? You can command that attention. Don't be shy. Don't you be scared. Don't be shy. Don't be scared to do what you're sitting here to do. Don't be afraid to be you. And it just feels so good to be you. It feels so good. Oh my gosh. When you're yourself, when you know who you are, when you know your power, when you're walking in your power, walking in your purpose, living passionately, everything comes. Life is simple and easy when you're doing that. So really, really embrace who you are. And if you know, you know, like just looking at yourself, you're like, wow, I'm really that girl. This really my world. I'm really that fine. Yeah, I really shine like diamonds and pearls. Leadership. Leadership. Nicki Minaj is on it. This card has been coming up a lot in the freaking readings. I think it's come up in like almost every reading I've done for the past couple couples. So with that self-esteem in mind, allow yourself to be in that leadership role. Allow yourself to be a leader and not a follower. The only thing you should really follow is your intuition. Be the guide. Be who you need to be. Have that confidence. Put on a show and just radiate. Just do everything that you were sent here to do confidently. That's the main word. Confidently. Know who you are, and never be too ill to say what's up. It's not that serious. Know who you are. I know you're not gonna be like egotistical and cocky about it, because that's just not you. But yeah, I'm not gonna use that deck. I'm gonna pull from this deck though. Let's see, what else do we need to know right now? Whenever we're listening to this, what do we need to know? Aren't you precious? Aren't you precious? Let me pull another card. I haven't used this deck in a long time. This is a Southern Oracle deck. Aren't you precious? Okay, like you know how grandmas and like older people, they be pinching their cheeks. It's like it's like life sees you. The universe, God, the creator sees you glowing, and it's like, aren't you just so cute? Like, oh my gosh, I could just dip you in my tea and eat you right up. Like, the creator is so pleased with you. You are so pleased with yourself. Everything is so great. Like, you've come out of that period, of that era where you weren't so proud of who you are. You weren't so confident. You weren't such of a light. You weren't as bright. You weren't shining. You weren't stepping in your power. And now that you are, like, there's so much the energy around you. You're so aligned with it, and it's you're just so happy. You know what I'm saying? And the creator and the universe and the world and life is so happy for you. And it's going to spoil you. It's spoiling you. Like, princess treatment does not just it's not limited to your special person. It's not limited to your partner. You're getting princess treatment from the universe because you've done all that. You've done the work. You're shining. You're showing up every day. Yeah, like like, that's an affirmation I've been saying. Like, the universe takes care of me, takes so good care of me because I'm doing exactly what I need to do. Like, I'm spoiled. I get princess treatment from the universe. Every day, I'm treated like a princess. Okay, I think that's enough for that deck. And the last deck that we're going to use is the new Divine Feminine Oracle. And we're going to see what's Divine Feminine energy do we need to possess? Do we need to embody? Do we need to bring about right now? What do we really need to tap into? I love this deck already. I've only used it twice, like, to pull a card. I would use it when I first got it, and I asked, like, what was the representation of me. And then I think I used it yesterday for, like, what power do I need to step into? But let's see, like, what energy do we really need to embody right now? Who do we really need to embody right now? Who do we really need to observe? Whose story is aligned with us right now? Amaterasu, the goddess of light. We are all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. And you know, it was just saying, like, we're shining now. Like, we didn't shine as much as we're shining now, but now we are. We're allowing our ourselves to shine. Hey, Court. Well, yeah, you came at the end of it, but this is probably exactly what you need to hear. So I'm going to find the her in this book, and I'm going to be going live. I'm going to be going live on YouTube a lot more because I really love my YouTube community. I really love my YouTube community, and I want to build it, and I want to get closer to you guys. Okay, so this is the energy that we really need to embody right now. Let me find her. She must be in the back. What's her name? Amaterasu. Amaterasu. That might be wrong too, child, but we're going to go with it. Amaterasu, where are you, honey? I wish this was in alphabetical order. I really do. That would just make life so much easier. But what is the where's the gratification in the easy life? Okay, so for Amaterasu, it says, Amaterasu embodies the levity that brings us out of the darkness and shows us the beauty of our own light. Amaterasu is the most powerful deity in the Shinto religion. She's the solar goddess of Japanese mythology. Her name means shining in heaven. And we were just talking about how we shine now, like, we're bright. We're not dim anymore. We're stepping in our power. We're confident in who we are. So we really need to just step into that even more, shine brighter, continue to shine, and continue to be who we are. The oldest legends of Amaterasu date back to the 8th century and come from the Kojiki, or the Japanese record of ancient matters. In Shinto, Kami are spirits or deities, and the most well-known story of the kami in Shinto is when Amaterasu got in a fight with her brother Susanoo, god of the storms and of the sea. His violence made Amaterasu so upset and angry, she retreated into a cave, leaving the world in darkness. The kami, so so basically, what I'm getting from this is like she let somebody steal her power, and she let somebody take her power, and she let somebody outside of her over overwhelm her, and she retreated, and the world no longer had her light. Like, that's very important, not letting anybody overpower us, not letting anybody stop us from being who we are. The kami, or of merriment, placed a mirror outside of her cave and laughed so much Amaterasu became curious. She peeked outside the cave and saw a beautiful goddess, a stunning vision of the dawn. She was in awe of it, not realizing it was her own reflection. Mmm. Mmm. That's powerful. That's so powerful. Coming out of that darkness, not even realizing your own power, not even realizing who you are anymore, not even realizing not even realizing anything of that nature. Surrounded by laughter, Amaterasu's anger and depression lifted, and she agreed to leave the cave, bringing her light with her back into the world. But when you do finally step out that period of darkness, it's like you can see yourself clearer than when you went into that period of darkness. Timing is always divine. So yeah. Now that you brought that light back into the world, let's really bring it. Let's really shine. Let's really be the beacon. Let's really shine for those who need us to shine, who need us to see, who need us to know better and do better, who need us in that leadership role. You know what I'm saying? Who need us to share that knowledge, who need us to be close with them, who need us to allow them to face their fears and make friends with them. Okay, so it says when your soul selects her card, the cave is so crucial, drawing inward, hiding our light to restore ourselves and to heal from something or someone that felt too intense or aggressive. When we hide our light, though, we aren't the only ones left in the dark. We take our light from the ones who love us as well. The beauty of Amaterasu is that she emerges from the cave out of curiosity, attracted to someone else's joy. That's when she meets with the dawn of her own reflection. She doesn't truly see herself in the beauty of her light until she's drawn out of herself. Amaterasu sees her own light once she becomes curious about seeing the light that's around her in the levity and laughter of other deities. This is the answer. If we've been too long in retreat, if we've been hiding our light not out of self-love and a soulful need for restoration, but out of a reaction to someone else's pain, then we draw ourselves out by focusing on the joy of others. Seeing that light allows us to see our own. And sometimes even the solar goddess needs to be inspired or reminded of why she shines so brightly, not just for the sake of her own reflection, but also for all those beloved things that needs her rays of light to remember their own. Sometimes we need the sight of the faces we brighten in order to remember why we are so devoted to finding our way back into the light. Mm. The soul voice meditation is imagine someone in this moment you want most to see, laugh, and feel with light, and that will help you be the light. You know what I'm saying? And the intention is we are all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. That's the whole point of my reflection. I'm a reflection of you, you're a reflection of me, we're all a reflection of we. We need each other. We need to shine as bright as we want to shine, as bright as we see us all shining. We need all of that. So, baby, we shining bright. We're doing what we love. We're doing what we love, babes. And everything is beautiful. Everything is perfect. We're exactly where we need to be. I love you so, 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 so much. And I'll call you back. Okay. I've said these words in the past 2 weeks. I've been hidden for the past 3 years, you know? And sometimes it takes that. Sometimes it takes that time. Because I know for me, I believe my period of isolation was about around 3 years too. It was like 2.5, maybe. No, it was like 3. Yeah, and I was just isolated, and that's when I really was
Beautiful.
able
It
to
is
find
a
myself. That's when I was able to come out of that darkness and use everything that I've learned, and sit with myself and be who I am now. But without that period of isolation, without being alone, without being in the darkness, I didn't have time to reflect. I didn't have time to really. No, I did. I wouldn't have. That's what I'm trying to say. But when I came out, just like Amaterasu, I believe that's her name. Yeah, she she was able to look at herself in the mirror and not even recognize who she was, because she had time to do that self reflecting and sit with herself. Yeah, so I'm uploading this the full reading on the podcast right now, and it'll also be on live replay whenever it does its little things. If you want to watch the whole thing, or if you want to listen to it, I'm gonna start doing readings on the podcast a lot more, because I used to do a lot of readings, but then I don't know, just I guess timing. But I'm feeling called to do more readings again. March will be 4 years. It's allowed me to stop. What do you mean stop? Stop what? Okay, let me put these cards up. This was good. At first, I was um I was a little confused on like where this reading was going, but it's good. It's called Life Lessons with My Reflection. It's and my reflection is spelled like my username. If you go to my link in my bio, you'll find it there too. I do a voicemail every week, every Sunday really. I do a voicemail. I like leaving the most recent one. But yeah, so that's uploading now. I am. I don't know if I want to do that today. I mean, it should be easy for me to do today. I still have like 2 more things I need to do on my to do list today. Then I can relax. I've been watching Lovecraft Country. Um, yeah. So I'm gonna watch that tonight. Might read tonight. Who I thought I was, my passions and what I'm supposed to do is in my heart's desire. Right, right. Being on go will literally all that constant being on go will literally force you into a period of life. Do not be playing. Because life, like I was saying earlier in this episode, in this voicemail, life wants to spoil you. So okay, now we can do this the hard way. Since you want to be hard headed, let's do it the hard way. True. Yep. Right. Stand up. And sometimes I don't know. It might be me, child. Sometimes you need to just float and just allow life to. Is it still buffering? Allow life to take you where you need to go instead of like, because sometimes we're swimming against the current and we trying to go the way that we need to go, the way that we want to go, but we need to go the whole other way. Entering the details for this episode. Shine bright, do not dim your light. Right, all the time you just you just flailing around in the water. And sometimes you don't even need to know how to swim. Like, no. And the funny thing is, when it comes to floating, like you need to, you literally don't have to do anything to float. And it's sometimes at first it can be such a hard concept to grasp, like, because I couldn't float for the longest because I would just freak out. I wasn't trusting. But like that's just like with life, you have to trust to allow everything to just go exactly as it's supposed to. Once you let go and you trust, everything will be good. You literally just float at the top. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so this podcast episode is about to go live. Mm, I don't think I mentioned anything in this one except the October reading, but that's not really necessary. Oh no. Okay, I need to find a picture. Um, just listening to who I want to be and not what's right. I told my other that they dim my light and I can't have that no more. Um, yeah, I feel that. Like sometimes you try to tell yourself who you need to be or like who you want to be, especially when you see there's so like all the options, especially like with social media and television and the media or whatever. You can see so many different things and you're like, oh, I want to do that. I want to do that. Maybe I'm this. And you just need to listen to yourself and silence the noise. So I definitely feel that. And they can't have that no more. That's how it be sometimes. And it's so unfortunate, like especially when you really want to be with that with somebody or you really want somebody in your life because they don't have the capacity to hold you. Like they literally they don't have the space to hold you to receive all of you. I'll type it. I'll type it. That's the podcast. Mm, that's child. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. That's all I'm gonna say. Is tell me about it. It's just like you know, but at the same time, I don't even get upset anymore when things don't work out the way that I want them to because it's like obviously, apparently, something else supposed to happen. Like that's what I thought I needed is not what I actually need. Like God know what I need. Create so I allow it to be. And that even came up in the readings, allowing things to unfold and flow. Just like we was talking about floating. Just going with the flow. Sometimes we just need to be accept things as who they are. Not even sometimes, but all the time. Allow things. Or like this one. This will be a good one for the podcast. Oops. For the podcast cover. Let your light shine. So we're talking because I titled it "Shine Light, Shine Bright, Don't Dim Your Light." So I think that is a beautiful one. Beautiful podcast cover. I love Pinterest so much. Okay, let's see. Hello. Everything I need, I already have. Everything I want is already mine, and I have everything I need all of the time. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Right. So many life experiences. And those be the things that give you what you need to advance your life experiences. And that's what my reflection in the podcast came from. Like it's life lessons with my reflection. So being able to share the lessons that I'm learning, the experience, the knowledge and stuff, and just being able to reflect on it to see how it taught me something. And even going back to looking at an experience that you went through, reflecting on your day, on your week, on your month, on a year, 3 years ago, however long ago, you're able to see, like, in the moment, it may not have seemed that significant, or it may have seemed like, well, what's going on? Like, well, why is this happening? Or maybe been stressful. But at the end of the day, it taught you something. It gave you, you meet the people, you gain the knowledge, the wisdom, the experience. You gain everything you need to know when you're going through things. Like, literally, you do. And beautiful things about life. That's really what inspired the podcast, sharing my life experiences. Mm. Things be looking wrong, but it be so right. It be so right at the end of the day. Okay, the podcast episode just went live. It just went live. I don't think I really need to do that this week. Besides that, cause when was that? What am I planning? My planner in the house. Okay, boom. That's it. So are you attacking it? Like, how differently are you attacking it? Or maybe not. Maybe like attacking is not even the right word to use. Maybe like approaching or handling or dealing. Because attacking is like, "Arr." You know, attacking is like, "Arr." Let me go to this. This is my journey, so why would I compare anybody else's? This is my journey, and I gotta put myself first. It's okay to be selfish. This is my journey. Up until I make it every chance I'm taking. And I'm always where I need to be. There's no mistaking. And I ain't breaking. Period. I feel like I've learned the lessons that universe has been forcing me to see, and now I need to do what I need to do by using the tools and experience I learned throughout the years. Exactly. That's perfect. That means you're exactly where you need to be. Exactly where you need to be, love. What does that sound? This is my journey. Yeah, yeah. This is my journey. Mhm. Yep. Knock me down 9 times, but I get up 10. Those. It's all part of the plan. It's all a part of the plan, baby. Boom. That was easy. Yeah. Even if we don't understand, it's part of the plan. Even if we don't understand. Oh, okay. Since I got you here, how was your birthday? Yeah, definitely trusting yourself is key. Have you ever tried a pendulum? Like, that kind of helped me trust myself because I used it for a minute to, like, you know, listen to my intuition and learn what my intuition felt like with the yes and no, and then it broke. So it's like, okay, now it's time to really trust yourself. Mhm. That's when they be like, when we was in school, and they be like, go with your gut. Your first answer is usually right. It's usually right, baby. We be questioning it, but it's like, where that rubber band at? We're questioning it a lot. It's like, we don't need to question it. We just need to trust. My decks have literally, like, my deck collection has literally grown. Like, I'm so proud of, like, I have 6 decks now, and it's so amazing. I love it. That's good. I love a super chill birthday. Like sometimes I like, having fun, being with a bunch of people, celebrating, doing crazy things. But like some of my best birthdays have just been me or my family or me and my daughter, and I just enjoy life. Like my birthday this year, I literally just journaled, reflected, spent time with my daughter, spent time with myself, spent time outside, read, and it was great. See, look, I spent the time writing and being alone with me. That's exactly what I did for my birthday this year, setting a lot of intentions. Yep, yep. That's the vibe that we both did the same thing for our birthdays this year. I even wrote like because this is like my 27th year, right? I'll be 27 next year, so I'm completing my 27th year. So I wrote 27 promises to myself. Just reflecting, like it's so good, and you appreciate aging more. You appreciate the journey more. Time to sit back and reflect. It's just better pizza, better ingredients. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I look so bright. I wish I could like. I look so bright, too. But it's just lighting. Mm, you know, you know, it'd be like that. It'd be like that. And I feel like the world shutting down because that's when my period of isolation started in 2019. But when the world shut down and I was forced to be alone even more, it was like, is this divine timing? I'm crying after 37. After 30, you don't even remember. Oh gosh. Child, car insurance be. And that's what I love. That's what I love. Like you're 37, I'm about to be 27. Being able to connect with people that's like different ages, but we still have similar stories. We're still reflections of one another. We've been on this like earth for different times, but we're still aligned, and it just shows how we truly are reflections of one another. Same time, I ain't lying. It may have been like June. No, it was probably July. June, July. Yup. Child, I had just moved into my first apartment. And everything just, and that was another thing now I'm thinking about, it was like divine. Like as soon as I moved into my own apartment in a new city, away from everybody that I knew, boom, 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 boom. It's like isolated. Everything just isolated, isolated. All right, boom. Now you by yourself. Now you have no trust people by yourself. You stay by yourself. You in a whole nother city. You know what I'm saying? No friends. You don't know nobody out here. Now you about to strip you away from the friends you do have. You can't just run to your mama house or your people house. Child, thank you, because you're making me realize stuff about myself and just reflect. And even on a poem I posted earlier today on TikTok, just about like reflecting, going through your past and healing your inner child. And sometimes that's the best thing to do. Just start over fresh. Because when I moved to a new city, it was like it felt good. I was, I just felt good. to rebuild. The rebuilding though, like making friends, building community, getting out there, getting to know people, that's kind of, I wouldn't say challenging, but excuse me, it takes time and effort to build that. But sometimes necessary, especially when you're divinely led to this place. Things just fall into place perfectly. Like you're like, okay, here we are. I'm eating some blackberries and they're just not good. Like, but it was great talking to you, Court. I am about to get off of here and relax. I need to figure out what I'm gonna eat. I want some pasta. I've been craving pasta so much. Oh my gosh, I've been eating so much pasta. But yeah, I'm gonna get off here. That's true. That's very important though. Before I do go, decluttering and getting rid of things and cleaning, that's very important. You get to open yourself up to so many more new things to come. It's like you can't receive a lot of the things that you need to receive that are waiting for you, waiting to come to you. Um, until you make room for them. So yeah. But okay. I love you. I'll call you back.